Guys, you know, it beats me. How do you get a 20,000 rands bail? Oh, Mgulukudu. Like, I don't get it. Those two people from jail, but I guess these days what I've noticed is that if you did not really unalive someone, they do actually give you bail. If it's about finance, you stole there, you took what, you know, they give you bail. But if they had unalived someone, they will be inside. But man, you know what's crazy about it? These people are actually released. SAPS, Rouge. It's actually connected to Katie Mulifa, who's also outside on of 100,000 bail. Like Kanjani, you ask yourself, Ukadwa, Beno, Feroz Khan. Those people. We need to teach our children lessons there. You cannot be doing stuff that's not right, you know, and then expect when you're gonna come out get paid 20,000 rands that you stole foot now low 20,000 rands. You don't really have it. You stole it somewhere. You know, you don't have it just sitting, waiting. And this afternoon there's a report, right, that's going around in media. There's quite a few actually police officers that are still gonna be arrested that are actually rogue. That you're not even thinking about right now. That are going to be arrested very soon. Besides the two that you saw with their friend that they were arrested yesterday. And law about Uferas again, we're saying because Uferas they went to Brady's house in Houghton. Yeah, but it's nine. But only like 6 phones there. I'm just like, I want my phone was actually one way. Like, it doesn't make sense. But even a YouTuber doesn't have 6 phones, guys. Please, let's face it. And you think YouTubers will have like 3, 4, 5 phones so that they can go and do content. They don't. 6 phones. For who and for what? So these 3 men, their case has actually been postponed to the 14th of July. I don't know why. They'll have to hand in their passports, but I feel like they're not really a flight risk. Like I said, there is no attachment when it comes to unaliving anyone, like Abasolwang and anything that's to that effect. You know, so but clean bona, just by Kemakud, Bautzwa, these people. So they must just actually, for me, because what is a lesson there? There's no lesson for South Africans there. It's okay. This is what you're gonna do to them. No. Lesson got 20,000. Who's up 20,000 man? Sitting around in jail, honestly. Ngapha at Madlanga also, while ngapha he was busy, Ukadwa Beno Khan being given bail. At Madlanga kubhizi nakhona uFrancois Steyn is just like I bona about wegebengu, especially Feroz Khan. Ubhizi expose there. I'm like, oh, guys, their lives are over. They must just forget it. Umngani kaKhan Beno Kadwa uTariq Danz ke lo umbona nabo ke at the dock now. Njoba sebethola ibhail ke all 3 of them. It's some tycoon yaseDurban that's happening. Their best friend basically.
So the Tariq side, then next is going to be Mr. Khan, then Your Worship, this is indeed the first appearance today. And Your Worship, they are appearing on Schedule 1 offense.
What are the charges?
The charges, Your Worship, is the contravention of Section 4 of the Fisheries Matters Act, 27 of 2005. Jointly, Your Worship, there's a collection of common vehicles there. Also, come to is a defeating of just officers. They are messages of officers, yes, sir.
And you say it is Schedule 1?
Yes, sir.
And these states the attitude today?
Yes, sir. The state that was not opposed, they are released on bail. But actually, we have some conditions that we would like the court to agree to their choice present.
Very well. And the proposed amount?
Your Worship, it is an agreed amount of 20,000. The conditions are
As court pleases, Your Worship, I can confirm that I appear for accused number 1.
The accused number 1 accepts that this matter is a Schedule 1 process. May I have leave to address you then in respect of the personal circumstances and Section 11B?
Yes, Your Honor.
As court, please, Your Worship. The accused number 1 was born on the 27th of November 1979. He currently resides at 8 Harvard Hill, Mount Edgecombe, KwaZulu-Natal. He has 3 children. He is married. He is a businessman in Durban. He has no pending cases. He has no interim or final protection or harassment orders granted against him. There is one matter that he had 15 to 20 years ago that he cannot recall the outcome of, and that relates to a Section 37 matter. We've tried to establish the status of that matter between yesterday and today, but unfortunately, given the time constraints, we were unable to do so. We have no objection to the proposed amount of 20,000 rand. The issue of bail conditions has been canvassed with us by my learned colleague appearing for the state, and I have taken instructions, and accused or applicant number 1 has no objection to those conditions being imposed.
Very good.
Those are my submissions, Worship.
Thank you. Defense accused to.
As may please report, Your Worship. I do confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 2, Your Worship. In terms of Section 6011B, I do confirm that accused number 2 does not have any previous convictions, pending cases, and or outstanding warrants against his name that he's aware of. Naturally, accused number 2 is not on parole, or not under correctional supervision. He's not in possession of any interim or final protection orders or harassment orders against his name. Your Worship, likewise, I have informed accused number 2 that providing inaccurate information may possibly lead to a fine or direct imprisonment, or collectively both. He can confirm that in terms of Section 6011B, no pending, no previous, no outstanding. Your Worship, I'm not going to address the court on his personal circumstances. I think we had an agreement or an agreement with the state in regards to the 20,000 rand bail. The only thing that we may address the court on pursuant to the bail amount would be the conditions, but we can traverse that before the court. As you may please.
Thank you. Mr. Patel.
Good morning, Your Worship. I can indeed confirm my appointment for accused number 3 in this matter. Your Worship, we do confirm in terms of Section 611B that the accused has no pending cases, no warrants of arrest, and no outstanding matters, Your Worship. Your Worship, as far as personal circumstances are concerned, we have canvassed the same with my learned colleague, and we have reached agreement in relation to that, together with bail being granted in this matter, Your Worship. Your Worship, we have been given indication that bail in the amount of 20,000 rand is what the state seeks, Your Worship. Your Worship, we have no issues with the bail itself, but we may have to take instructions and the conditions once the state presents same to Your Worship, Your Worship. Your Worship, those are my submissions, unless you need me to address you any further. Thank you. Thank you, Worship.
Do we have a date arranged?
So,
A date? Do you
yes.
have one arranged?
We have a date that has been arranged, Worship.
Yes.
Worship, we arrange for further investigations the 6th of July.
Which court? This court?
Yes, Worship.
The date does not suit me.
Oh,
Can we try the following week, please?
Following week.
Yes. From the 13th onwards.
yes, please. My dad is here. I just let him know my response.
Very well.
Your Worship, will the court be able to accommodate us on the 14th of July?
Yes.
My colleagues in agreement.
14th. Very well.
Thank you, Worship. That date is suitable.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Worship. The date is indeed suitable with us.
address me on the proposed conditions?
Thank you, Bishop. There are only two. The first one is that may they choose not to interfere with the state witnesses. Once they become to know as to what they will be able, maybe as time goes on, to give the defense the list of those witnesses.
So you don't have the names at this stage?
Because of disappearance, I don't want their names to be out there yet.
Okay, so you want for the bail condition to be that they refrain from contact with the identity of the witnesses is unknown.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what is your second thing?
The second notion is that so they choose to hand in their passports to the investigation officer.
So we know now there are more, because there are officers that have been dispatched to the scene, there are now officers arriving already in the morning. Can you then go to paragraph 46.8
of my supplementary?
of your supplementary?
Okay. To complicate matters further, Scania Security also called a highway patrol vehicle which was conducting a roadblock nearby, or near the scene, sorry.
So in addition to these officers, in addition to Sergeant Ndo and him calling Jock and saying, please send reinforcements, you've got the Scania people themselves making calls, and so there's additional security that's arriving.
Yeah.
And this would be, in this case, the highway patrol. Do you know whether it was just one highway patrol vehicle or more than one?
I'm not sure if it was only one highway patrol vehicle, but if my memory serves me well, there was indeed a roadblock conducted by the Boysons people, the Boysons police personnel in the vicinity. And it was the highway patrol vehicle and some other marked uniform vehicles that responded with the highway patrol. I'm not sure how many, but if my memory serves me well, there was more than one vehicle responding.
Okay. And then 46.9?
46.9, more and more law enforcement officers came to the scene, including a K9 unit members.
Okay, so the K9 unit arrives, and there is a statement by Sergeant Bakula who says that he called the K9 unit, and that it was his brother's K9 unit that he had called. Am I recalling that correctly?
If my memory serves me well, yes, I think that was correct.
Okay, so now we've got a K9 unit on the scene. Did they conduct an inspection with the narcotic dog?
I'm not sure if they did indeed conduct, because remember at that stage I was still not on scene. But yeah, I was not on scene, so I cannot really comment on if they did an inspection, yes or no.
Should they have?
It would have been a good idea.
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's the point of having a narcotic dog, is to at least at a preliminary level establish whether the crime scene you're dealing with is one involving drugs.
Yeah, and search for other drugs that was not maybe the ones that were falling out of the container.
Correct. No, I mean, it's possible that there might have been more at the back of the container.
Indeed, correct, Commissioners, yeah.
Okay, so I just want to know whether you are aware that there are allegations, which I'm sure you're aware of because you've been doing the investigation. There were allegations by several members at the scene that General Khan had prevented the K9 unit from conducting the inspection.
I cannot comment on that because, again, I was not there at that stage. I didn't specifically hear that. But, and again, at the time I arrived at the crime scene, General Khan was no longer on the crime scene.
Okay. But you confirm that the K9 unit should have been permitted to do an inspection?
It's always a good idea, yes, yeah. Commissioners.
Thanks. So then you can now go to 46.10.
Later, DPCI members went to the scene, including members that I had instructed to attend to the scene. Pursuant to my conversation with General Katwa, excuse me, as set out in my main affidavit, the scene was contained with many people, in brackets police and civilian, in order in and around the scene.
I think you said contained instead of contaminated.
The scene was, thank you, Commissioner, I appreciate. The scene was contaminated there was way too many people at the crime scene, Commissioner. So yeah, it was indeed contaminated by too many people, police and civilian, in and around the scene.
Okay, so you say pursuant to your conversation with General Kadwa, he instructed you to attend the scene. It was General Kadwa who instructed you to attend the scene.
Commissioners, that's indeed correct. He phoned me. My original statement also indicated that he phoned me around 11 o'clock to indicate that there was a major drug crime scene that he wanted me and my team to attend to. And as I indicated in my original statement, I was then en route to a meeting in Midrand. I informed him of such, and I then gave my 2IC at the time he was Lieutenant Colonel Ludik. I gave him an instruction to phone the general, get the details, and activate the standby section of the SANEP team at that stage.
We'll come back to that.
Thank you.
Your arrival and the call. I just for now want to establish that it was General Kadwa, and it was General Khan who called General Kadwa to the scene in the first place.
I was informed like that by General Kadwa, yes.
Okay, thank you. So you say then the scene was contaminated with many people, and you say police and civilians. How is it that civilians would have access to a crime scene? Was it not cordoned off?
A very small portion when I arrived, a very small portion of the scene was cordoned off. So the only piece that was cordoned off was the black bakkie standing next to the truck with a container on the back. That was the only portion that was cordoned off. But it is advisable to make quite a substantial cordoning around a scene like that.
In fact, if I could take you to the national instruction, which is included in the exhibit file, Chair. It's CJC 219. And if you could go specifically to page 139.
I am there.
This is under a section of the national instruction called the controlling phase and what the first responders should do. But 11 subsection 3 says that the first responder must secure and protect the crime scene by A, establishing an inner cordon around the perimeter of the crime scene, as well as an outer cordon around the inner cordon to enable members to perform their tasks within the inner cordon. Now, can you just put, because this crime scene has, as I understand it, the immediate crime scene is where the drugs fall off the container.
Indeed, Commissioner.
And then there's a whole area around it, including the truck itself and the immediate vicinity, the outside the warehouse. That would be also need to be cordoned off. Can you help us to understand whether this was complied with, an inner and an outer cordon?
To an extent, the inner cordon was complied with, but the outer cordon definitely not.
What would have been the outer cordon?
As I indicated, Commissioners, the outer cordon would be a little bit of a wider area because it's like, certain people with specific taskings would be allowed in the inner cordon, whereas other people with other taskings, maybe just taking statements and the like, would be in the outer cordon.
So, in fact, maybe what would help is if we look at the sketch plan
Yes.
of the scene. Let's have a look at that, and it's attached to Officer Wood's statement.